Speaking of carbines, there's a rumor going around, of course, when I typed it into Google anyway, Glock carbine.
Oh.
What do we think about
carbine?
that?
Yeah.
Kaya, you're going to have to do some digging on that one.
What kind of digging are you talking about?
You're going to have to do some digging.
No diggity.
No pause?
No pause on that one. You're going to have to do some digging. You might have to take one for the team.
That's a gold digging.
Take one. I would.
He will sign up willingly.
Very much.
I volunteer as tribute.
Okay. Welcome back to CF Podcast, guys. Kai over here with Jason.
What's going on, folks?
And we've got Matt.
What's up, everybody?
And we've got Brandon from CF Clips.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely. He's doing some really cool stuff. You guys got to check out CF Clips, which we will talk about what's going on there in a minute. But before we get there, we're going to talk about, obviously, SHOT Show stuff. This thing is all about SHOT Show. And you guys are excited about it?
We're geared up, man. We're ready
Super
to
excited,
go.
man.
Very excited. First time going.
First time for you. Oh, boy. We'll talk about it.
He's a virgin.
Yeah. Oh, he's about to get his cherry popped. But before we do that, let's talk about a quick disclaimer, guys. So, if you guys are following the channel, you'll know. If you're new, let me tell you about this. Before SHOT Show, we'll always have these range days. Well, actually, before even that, we've got the Beretta range day, which Jason and John will be on there.
Yes, sir.
And really cool stuff. And then we have the industry day, which is a day before SHOT Show, the range day, where you shoot all those new guns and whatever they have. And then we have SHOT Show. 4 days, we'll have part 1, part 2, sometimes part 3, part 4, depending on how busy we are. Now, because of YouTube guidelines, if you guys don't see any content on our channel, Classic Firearms, then that means there's something going on. Some of the content could be taken down. We could, God forbid, get a strike. It could happen. So that's why go to Outside the Warehouse, which is our second channel, which we do a lot of fun stuff there. Also check out Rumble. So those are kind of our contingencies. Let's just say that. So anyways, moving on. You guys got the idea when it comes to the Outside the Warehouse channel. As for CF Clips, you want to touch base on that real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. So for those of you who don't know me, first time seeing me, I obviously am on the CF Clips YouTube channel, but I work side by side with these guys every day. Well, to their pleasure, of course.
This might help. Just
yeah.
Just hand model.
And,
show your hands.
This is how it kind of started. It was basically a neck down, and now we're kind of moving on with some more stuff. But I'll be arriving Monday at SHOT Show, so you kind of see my coverage start then on CF Clips and YouTube.
There you go.
Looking forward to it. So now, obviously, this is going to be your first time.
First time.
And Matt, you've been
this is my second time.
Second time.
Yeah.
This is actually my third time. Man, I can't believe I'm actually the OG here. It's crazy.
You're the senior.
Wow.
Yeah. So Jason, this is your
Second time.
All right. So let's talk about this. How was your first experience?
First experience was great, man. Baptism by fire was great. Learned some things about like what not to bring, and
I heard vans. Don't bring vans.
Well, yeah. Well, if you do bring vans, make sure you bring the ones that have the better sole, because that was horrible. 14.2 miles day one, and it kept gradually, slowly getting closer and closer to that. But other than that, man, it was great to see, put a name to a face to the people who we talk to, who we work, hand in hand with, especially in this industry. It's great. To get more context in with these brands that, are so beloved, and to ask the questions that people really want to know. What's going on with this? How are we not doing this? Or why are we doing this? Or what direction are you guys going through? And then see all the new, I use this term loosely, innovation that's going on, because, sometimes there's not really innovation going on.
Oh,
There's iteration.
Iteration.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dude, we've had companies that are like, oh, yeah, we've got all these new lines and line up. And I look at them, they're all the old stuff. They just got new colors.
New paint.
Yeah,
That is
we
literally
put
it.
some new grip scales on the same pistol we've always offered, right?
We
Change
figured
the
out how to
fronts.
Cerakote colors.
Yeah, we changed the front sight.
Yeah, like the Hudson, Daniel H9, sorry.
Wait, what about it?
Innovation.
Innovation. You know what? They worked 3 years on that thing.
That might have been a little unfair. They did a lot of redesign on.
Yeah, 3 years. I don't know what happened. Here's the deal, though. See, sometimes you hear companies say, we worked on this for years. I want to know actually how many hours they really put into it. Because for 3 years, you're working on multiple different projects. It may sound really cool, but maybe out of those 3 years, 2 months of those were allocated to that gun. I don't know.
Could
that
have been
happens.
a background project and an engineer's,
Yes.
kind of day to day, just barely working on it, maybe an hour a day.
Just like when I used to work cases, like, I'm working on these cases. Sometimes, some cases, I just go in one day. I just click one button and then move on, and that would because I just didn't have time.
That's great for taxpayer money.
Is that an admission of some sort?
No. That's an admission prioritizing things because one case would have less priority than the other stuff. So you just kind of try to do something then and then move on to the bigger
I
stuff.
get it. A murder is definitely higher than a shoplifter.
That's what
for
I'm saying.
sure.
So, but technically, I worked that case for years, right? But yeah, how much did I work on it? Anyways, good stuff. I want to know about Matt because I'm going to get to you last because we're going to work on this. Matt, what did you think your first time there?
Oh, I thought SHOT Show was amazing. So not only was it my first time last year to go to SHOT Show, it was my first time in Vegas, period. So obviously just the whole experience.
And you're going back.
Yeah. I mean, this is fantastic. I'm so looking forward to it. Getting a chance to kind of, again, reestablish those relationships. Because one of the coolest things in the kind of limited amount of travel that I've done for Classic Firearms is to be able to, like you said, kind of like meet people from some of these partner companies we work with a lot, and you get to know a person, right? So like Adam from Century or like Milo from Swamp Fox, and you get getting to go out and meet them again, and kind of continue that relationship is a really fun, cool thing. So it's almost like you got friends that you see once a year.
That's right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And so, Brandon, it's gonna be your first time. Have you've been to Vegas before?
I've never been to Vegas.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, never been to Vegas. I've been all around the country, but never been to Vegas.
They're gonna let you in the casinos, right?
I don't know. I might not.
They might ID him. Look at him.
Right?
I mean,
He's going to get carded everywhere.
It's the height restriction. I don't think I'll make that ride.
You guys should walk together. It's my son. That's funny. But so your first time. All right, I want you to tell me your expectation. How do you think it's going to go? Just tell us what you're imagining, and we'll actually tell you how accurate you are.
Yeah. So first off, I'm super excited to go. I wanted to go last year. I didn't quite make the cut, but I'm super excited to go. And so my day-to-day expectation, I'm genuinely only expecting to get like 3 hours of sleep. I'm going to be up doing things.
Sounds about right.
I'll be filling in and assisting for a lot of the main channel stuff. So like, hey, you need a camera guy? Great. You need someone on video? Great. I'll be there for you. So I'm expecting a lot of chaos. Hey, I don't know where you're at.
You're the wild card, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course, I'll be filming stuff for CF Clips. So I'm expecting to be just busy all day long. From the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep, I'm either uploading, filming, or record or being on camera.
All right, so your CF Clips thing, how do you plan on doing this? Like you're going to have your own camera, just go do by yourself?
Pretty much, yeah. So I'm walk around the booths, try to find the interesting stuff. Of course, follow you guys a little bit, but also get your ideas on what's cool, what's new, maybe things I haven't looked at or thought about. And mostly I'm going to be filming B-roll throughout the day. That's going to be the biggest portion because I could be called at any time to come help you guys out, and that's priority. So just getting B-roll of things and then kind of doing a recap at the end of the day. Day one, here's the really cool things that I saw that I think are worth mentioning, and we'll have B-roll of that and showing it off. That's pretty much the main thing.
CF Clips mainly, right?
Yep.
That's what you're going to do. All right, well, so 3 hours of sleep part is pretty much accurate.
Yeah.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Everybody says that, so yeah.
Yeah, so I don't plan anything at SHOT Show. Like very rarely, like we'll have some plans, like Surefire that we did last time. But generally speaking, we're too busy to accommodate that. Or sometimes we will literally go there. Those guys are taken, even though they have a meeting with us at 11. Crap, their other meeting is going too long, and we don't have time. Like Ryan knows, and Jason, Matt, we don't have time. We can't afford to just wait there for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We got to move. So a lot of the times things just don't line up. That's why I just realized that I just let things go, kind of move on there. Just go to a mechanics booth, right?
Yep.
Hey, are you guys available? Oh, crap, they're doing a video. Oh, they're not here. They're in a meeting. Move on, like that. So it's that go. Like at times, we don't have time to even go to the bathroom and piss. That's how busy it is. Like you're just running around. But it's one of those fun, busy ones.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what the Depends were for over there? You were planning ahead?
That's it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Wow, you're good eye, dude.
I actually got caffeinated granola bars, and I plan on just munching on one of those halfway through the day, keep me going.
If you think that's going to be enough.
Really? Caffeine is not going to cut it. You're going to need more than that.
You're going to need more than that, brother.
Oh yeah, no, I expect that, but at least to keep me, give me a little giddy up whenever I need it. But.
This man's going to be carrying like sheets of tiramisu.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I'm very used to being awake.
Yeah.
Like, I love my sleep, right? I need to get my proper sleep. It puts me in a weird mood, bad mood if I don't get my proper sleep.
We've noticed.
Right? Yes. I do need to, I need to go to bed, right? That's my thing. However, at SHOT Show, I program this thing in a way. I'm like, you know what? Like, work never ends. During the day, you film. And then I know at night it's all about, just like Matt said, meeting your friends that you see once a year and networking. Like, a lot of networking. So the events, like, everybody knows. Like, you'll know this, too. A lot of parties going on. Constantly, last-minute stuff. You know that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, last-minute stuff. So, I like, sometimes it'll be like, oh, we're going to do this after work. And we kind of plan on it. Boom.
Something else.
Where's Kyle? Oh, wait, guys, I got to go right here. Oh, Jason's gone right here. Like that.
Funny little anecdote from last year. So there was an event that I think almost everybody had signed up to go to. And I ended up being the only person there.
See what I'm saying? That's what it is. So if you plan on something, it's like, hey, guys, Bobby, we will all be there tonight at 8 p.m. Do not promise anybody that.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
Because our bodies are literally writing checks that our tails can't cash sometimes when it comes to our availability after our obligation to the SHOT Show floor. I mean, there's just so much. Like Kaya said, once we get done filming, it's kind of like,
that's the easiest part.
That's the easiest part.
Because you're at least on the floor with a mic in your hand, you're just jumping boots.
So let's talk about that real quick. So I think that the experience of going to SHOT Show, doing these interviews is fantastic, right? Because one of the things I love is being able to talk to somebody who loves the thing that they do.
Right.
And I think that is my biggest takeaway from going to SHOT last year was how fun it was to talk to people who really enjoyed. Now, you have some people who are like super corporate representative, and it's really hard for them to talk about details.
Nice.
And those interviews are
What was that guy?
dry.
Louisville.
Yeah, they can be really hard to get through. But then you always find the guy from like Toast Targets who loves
Jordan. Shout out to Jordan.
Loves the thing that they do, right? And those are so much fun and energizing. You could talk to that guy for 20 minutes and come out feeling better than you went in. And then a 5-minute interview that is super dry, you'll be like, man, that made me tired.
Dude, Ryan and I have been doing a lot of interviews in the last 3 years because he and I have done 3 shots. Well, it'll be 3 SHOT Shows together, 2 IWAs, which if you guys don't know what that is, that's Germany's European SHOT Show, which Ryan and I will be going at the end of February, beginning of March there.
I'm still trying to get on that train, man.
Dude,
I'm trying to go.
I'll be your camera guy.
It's a good time. But so for me, it's okay. There's a place where you just go out there. There's a product, traditional interviews and stuff. But those fun ones where you like those people that you described, like Flux Defense, Ben. The dude he's freaking, everybody at Flux is awesome, right? Like Collab Defensive, shout out to Mike over there. Awesome. These guys are so much fun. You can actually just mess around, have a good time, laugh, and do an interview at the same time. I love that. SHOT Show, or shows in general, for me, it is my favorite. Like, I know it's going to kick my ass, but I can't wait.
And one of the things I will say, since this is going to be your first time, is that don't think that you have to stick to just like the main floor where all the big names are.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think 3 of my most fun times interviewing people last year was all kind of downstairs, right? And so it was like the platypus interview.
I watched that one.
Going to talk to Shadow Systems. They were actually not far away from where the platypus booth was, and actually the guy from PT Pindad, which they're importing these like newly made recreation of old military rifles from like Indonesia to the U.S. now, and like just being able to talk to some of these people, it was super cool, and it's great to hear new product information about an upcoming product from Ruger or Sig or something.
And I think that's like the number one thing I'm most excited about. I get the feeling I'm going to be so overwhelmed with just learning things that I love learning. So I go into it with an open mind, but I'm going to be tired by the end of the day. My brain will hurt just from hearing all these new things that are coming out. So,
dude, the first time I did SHOT Show, like this is going to be my 4th SHOT Show in my life, right? The very first one was when I was at SAR, and I was an exhibitor. Like I was at the booth the entire 4 days. Yeah,
that's right.
That's actually how I met Classic Guys, right? They came and interviewed me, right? And we vibed real well, and here we are. But I knew nothing about. All I knew was the guns that I represented, and my ARs, which are called M4s that I carried on duty, and my Glocks, and a little Springfield, Smith and Wessons. That's it. So my knowledge was very limited. I'm a good an operator of the firearms, but that's it. I knew kind of all this technical stuff. I knew nothing about it. And when I got to Classic Firearms, I got here November 1st of 2023, right? 2023 or 2022?
2022.
22, yeah,
October.
November 1st. So think about this. Shortly thereafter, I went to SHOT Show, not knowing anything. And here I am just like interviewing everybody. It's just me and Clint. That's it. I don't even think you were there on that first. Yeah,
No.
you weren't there. Yeah, it was just me and Clint. And I am like asking people questions. And I'm like, okay, like I know some stuff. I know how to use these things, so I can ask some tactical type questions if things make sense on a gun when it comes to a user and thing. But all those things I didn't know, and I was just like right there at SHOT Show. When that SHOT Show was over, Brandon, I was like, oh man, I now know some stuff where I can just do better videos out there. So those 4 days kicked my ass. That's in a nutshell SHOT Show for you. But this may sound crazy, but it is so much fun. I don't even know how time goes by. That's been my experience so far.
Well, yeah, because you can't see the outside, right? You're just in a big building.
You're sitting there circle bar, hanging out with people. You're just doing stuff. Or
About the experience, that's cool.
Yeah.
If folks are into it.
let's talk about some products.
Let's talk about the products. Let's
Yes.
talk about the new stuff.
All right, so okay, let's talk about some of the stuff that was released pre-SHOT Show. You guys know any of that stuff?
Aim Point and their new Alpha cut.
How about Staccato?
Yeah, that was what I was going to say.
Staccato in the HD
lineup?
lineup, which is it's a platypus. I mean, it takes Glock mags, and then look at Ruger and Mag. Oh, go, man!
Just joking. We've got the obviously RXM from Ruger and Magpul collaboration. This is just a good old Glock clone. Nothing special, right? This is very minimal serrations, just bodies extremely simple.
Talk it up.
They made it. Well, it's supposed to be that. Like nothing special, something that works. That's modular.
I thought it was a
That's good.
chassis system.
It is, yeah, modular.
See,
So it is pretty. And this is a Gen 3 Glock, by the way.
how come everybody's innovating around Glock, but Glock just
You know, when you are the best, when you are the best in the world, Glock.
I think you need to shoot a
You
DM.
don't have to.
You need to shoot a DM.
DM to who?
Oh, you don't know? Like we haven't heard?
All right, let's just move on. All right, so I'm just saying, hey, listen, Glocks are good, okay? They're just good guns. And I wish this was ambidextrous, though, like when it comes to slide catch, slide release button right here, which is right there. It's just not. I know they could have made it. But you know what? That would have probably increased the cost. Because this thing is sub $400 right now.
Which is crazy. Brand new gun, $400 right out the box.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, with your new connection, man, I'm pretty sure you can make something happen, brother. I've got all the faith.
Yeah, I'm actually working on making something myself. Yeah, we'll see.
But now, I mean,
Yeah.
you can buy a Staccato as Glock bags.
You can buy a Staccato with Glock mags. See, do you know why, Jason? Do you know why that Staccato has Glock mags?
Because, I mean, Glock mags are the most common mags in the industry.
Do you know why?
Because they just work.
They run.
But why? Why?
The reliability, the
No,
cheapness.
because the guns, the Glocks,
yeah.
are the most selling handguns in the world. There's a
Yeah.
reason for that.
Glock is like the Apple of the gun world.
Whoa,
And not
whoa. Hush yourself, Mr. Android. You are quick to screw up a group text.
Dude, which gun would be the Apple of gun world? Handgun.
Handgun?
Oh.
Staccato? No.
No. Well, I mean, because you're thinking high end, but
Like fluid, user-friendly, something cool.
I mean, honestly, I genuinely
Honestly,
was thinking.
he's right.
Everybody's
Glock.
got one.
It's Glock. No, it's Glock.
Everybody uses one. If you don't have one, you're kind of looked at like,
Simple.
really? You don't got a Glock? Why?
Because I guess when I was thinking about Apple, I was just thinking about technology too. Glock has, listen, I don't need to tell anybody. I love Glocks. I've carried them for years. I will always love them. But they're just very simple. You guys like them? Glocks are good, right?
Yeah,
They
carry
run.
one every day.
I don't know. I like Glocks, but I don't know that I agree with the comparison to Apple. Because,
That's what I'm saying.
Because like when I think of Apple, like first off, I agree with you. Like there's a
Technology.
certain element of technology, but also exclusivity. Like they have that walled garden approach, right? Like
That's true.
And so
I'd say Sig
Glock
Sauer
is,
then.
Glock is the opposite of exclusive. Like everybody makes things that work with Glocks. You don't have to go through Glock to get an accessory approved. Yeah, maybe
Sig
Sig.
Sauer.
would be
Yeah,
better.
actually, I think you're right with that. Sig
Because
might.
Sig right now, everything is patented. You can't use any of their stuff.
Yeah.
Like the P226 mags, they're not patented, but everything else is right now patented. I don't even know if Sig licensed things out.
They do certain things like that. accelerator gas pedal. They
license that now?
because they actually sell that on Sig's website.
I see.
So there's a lot of they do license or give licensures to companies for doing stuff. Look at Flux. I mean, that's a huge.
That's a collaboration.
Yep, but it's still licensor.
Flux was doing that before the collaboration.
Yep, before that.
Oh, so they licensed it. I see.
They licensed the Legion side to
Gotcha.
Flux. And
Dude,
then,
that is actually pretty cool. So, okay, RXM from Ruger and Magpul. We've got the
Staccato
HD
HD
lineup. We got the Aimpoint Dot.
And I just got an email
Dot
from
and Optic Cut. New cut.
A cut, whatever.
Alpha
they call it.
cut.
Alpha cut.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, love the lead and steel stuff. Pandora version 2 that's coming out. I like that optic, PV3. And we'll see how the version 2 is, see how different that is.
Yeah.
There's that
It'd be
coming
nice.
out.
It'd be a good comparison. We should do like all closed emitter.
The MPS.
Yep.
Steiner MPS.
Acro.
It's
the Sig Romeo 2.
which we have it.
Which
Now
we
we have the
have.
lead and steel
Yeah.
Pandora as well, which I will ask them to give me the let's get the V2 as well.
That'd
That'd be
dope.
really good. Okay, what'd you get?
I just got an email from Pelican. They got a new 1705 air case.
Which we actually interviewed Pelican last year. They've got some
Yeah.
really cool stuff. Pelican has some really, really awesome things. I mean, whether or not if it's just for firearms, it's for storage, but they have some stuff that if you make an overlander or you want to store something, they make some really cool stuff.
The Pelican is literally the best in the freaking industry,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
standard.
waterproof, everything. You're right. Take that overlanding.
Yeah.
Dude, that case will go anywhere with you.
Yep.
Pelican.
I mean, look at their system that they have for like, you can literally Lego block however you want your stuff to ship in a case.
Do you know?
Like, that's cool.
Yeah. Do you know who reached out to me? Under Armour. They're like, hey, Colt from. Shout out to him.
I believe
And
it.
I
It's
know
because of the shirts, man. I
Yeah,
know.
no, actually, they sent me, and I got a couple of shoes. I tested them out. In fact, they're actually pretty good. But he told me that they've got some really good new stuff that's on the tactical, like 2A community.
It's coming back into
I'll
style.
go check it out.
Yeah.
So
Pants,
I don't know what
shirts?
underwear.
That's,
Well,
I mean, it is under
underwear.
in their name.
Yes.
That's for sure.
I've heard of tactical underwear. I don't think I've ever heard about it literally, though.
I mean,
I want to see that.
It's got a holster
you can
in
put a
it.
33 round Glock bag in there. You can fit that.
Oh boy.
Is that a Glock mag in your pants? Or you just happy to see me?
It's just me.
It's just me. What else is out there? So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think Knights Armament is going to have anything?
I'm pretty sure they will. They've got some stuff that's out there for international contracts right now, and most of what Knights does is they fulfill these contracts first, and then
But will
the
they
stuff.
talk about it?
Yes, they will, because I will say that one
Yeah,
thing that
They talked to me last time.
They talked to us last year when we had the.
And
That was bad. The communication was bad between us and Knights.
that's right.
yeah.
The first year.
Oh, the first year. Then they talked to Matt and I, even though we had the shakiest camera in the world. God rest that hand.
I remember that one. Who was that?
That was definitely John. But other than that, I mean, they've got some really cool stuff. Their cans that they came out with are really nice, and they're actually out there in the wild now for people to purchase and buy. Knights is probably going to have some really cool stuff.
I want to ask folks who's watching this right now. Let us know in the comment section if you guys want us to check out any specific booths. I know
Yeah.
I'm getting a bunch of emails, but let us know because we're gonna watch this thing before we go to shot.
Yeah.
So definitely let us know. Canic.
Ooh.
They've got something new that we can't talk about because we're friends with those guys. We know exactly what that is. It looks actually pretty cool. They're I don't want to reveal anything more. But
Yeah,
it's
maybe
something
we just best change
Yeah.
subject
It's a
there.
rifle.
I mean, Zastava just came out with their new RPK.
It's a car.
Oh.
right?
It's a
You know,
car.
so I'm really looking forward to talking to
Ranko.
Zastava again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ranko, yeah.
I've never
man.
met the dude. But
Never?
I heard I've, no.
Oh, if you
I've
meet
heard
him,
he's
you'll never
awesome.
forget him.
He's a fantastic guy. Give
That's
you
awesome.
some drench, just for coming to the booth. But
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to have anything as flashy as those dresses and stuff they had last year.
Oh, with the 7.62 ammo,
Yeah.
like the skirts and all that. That was dope.
I wonder. I'm gonna have to check it out. Ranko is awesome to interview too. We interviewed obviously Zastava in Germany. Oh, the government was there. Ranko's like, hey, my friend, you need to talk to the lady. Like, just I swear to God, it was just like, it was the
Was
state.
that a German accent?
Like,
I don't know.
what it was.
I don't know. And
It
I
was
just,
European
accent,
I just
like-
came from that side of the world. I don't know, man.
B&T. I'm actually curious. Yeah, I'm curious to see if they've got something new. I like B&T stuff, man.
I do too. I can't knock it. I mean, I've got an APC 9 Pro. I like it, but
Don't tell me you can't afford it.
no, it's not about the can't afford part.
I told you guys.
Remember, they are the world's largest suppressor manufacturer, right?
I know.
Outside of the U.S.
You know, they actually had a falling out with H&K.
Really? That's wild. Well, I just there's some things that I like about B&T, and there's some things that I wish they would change, and
Like
that's
what?
just their suppressor lineup for the TP9 series guns and
you know-
that stuff, and maybe the trigger in the TP9.
The
Could use
APC
some
lineup,
work.
right? I love it. Like APC 308, the 223. I love that thing. I love the way they look.
You like the 308 one?
I do, yes. But hold on, hold on. What I wish
You don't
B&T
say.
would do, the ergonomics, like the buttons, the controls, they could be better.
They could, because think about it. You have this huge gun,
Yeah.
and the charging handle is like literally
Yeah.
the size of like a quarter of your pinky. So, I mean,
I
granted,
know about that.
Don't ask my wife.
I mean, granted, it's a cool gun. It feels good. The hydraulic buffer system that you eloquently love.
Listen,
in
when
there.
compared to freaking FN Scar, you could clearly feel the difference.
Right, but a
Huge.
Scar can run steel case.
Why do we have to go there?
So, and a Scar doesn't mess up suppressors, even though you're not supposed to suppress it. But
Hey, that was the Surefire's deal. I'm sorry.
no, it was not.
Yes.
It was the B&T muzzle device that did it to the Surefire, which is Rotex compatible, which doesn't make a lick of sense. And Kaya, you and I both saw it happen live, and we were like, "Uh-oh, did this just happen?"
Yeah, it's kind of just bulged. Bulged.
You would know about that.
Oh, I do. Every time I look at you.
So yes, and for the folks who don't know, when we tested out the B&T APC 9 or APC Pro 308 Pro,
So it's like thicker down, but I can't just
Walk it into that one.
Pause.
No diddy.
Pause. You explain this thing.
so as this is a Surefire 300 SPS, so it can do it on everything, right? 308,
Lift it up.
300 blackout, 5.56, all that jazz. But when we started shooting this on, mind you, the B&T, because we shot all the battle rifles with the same muzzle device, well, everything that was Surefire compatible, the B&T caused this thing to bulge, in the most weird ways. So we reached out to Surefire, and Surefire said, it's okay, don't worry about it, but if anything happens, of course, Surefire is backed by their unlimited lifetime warranty, so they, would take care of it, free of charge. But still, that was very concerning.
Could we say B&T can't eat steel and Surefire can't eat B&T?
I don't know about that because we shot steel case through every other gun, and it didn't do this. So what does that say?
What that tells me is Surefire couldn't handle the B&T line.
I hear you. I hear you.
I'm just.
Have you ever taken
watching? I'm joking.
Have you ever taken a B&T trigger out of the gun?
Yeah, we ended up doing it over here to make it 922R compliant.
We still can't find all the pieces.
Yeah, it is so freaking complex.
It's complicated. I'm not gonna lie. B&T, just make a regular drop-in pack, bro. Please.
Then we would be all the same. Like
No,
everybody
they
else.
wouldn't be the same. They would make something that's complicated even easier.
All right,
for
we just
people to get.
identified Jason is not a B&T fan.
And I own a B&T.
H&K.
I know. I own B&T. I just wish they would like.
What do you
This is
What
a
do you
small
think,
thing.
Ryan? You tell.
SP7 rumors.
Oh, so I mean, the patents are out there, the filings out there. They have a clear rendition of it. Will HK actually bring it to market? Probably not this year. I'm just going to be honest with you. So
HK
Tommy
doesn't care.
Tommy Gun still has the upper hand right now in that. I mean, there's other companies who bring out things that are close, like not close but close, like Keltec. And their rendition of it.
If
But
that's actually someone I want to meet.
if you squint at it after 4 drinks at Circle Bar and it's past 2 a.m., then it might look the same. But
Speaking of H&K, what do you guys think about PTR or maybe Zenith coming out with a 10 millimeter MP5?
okay, now that's dope. I'm all for it.
Do you think
Straight
I mean,
mags too.
I talked to Zenith
It's a
about
vibe.
it. Like I talked to Zenith. Zenith is like, we are working on it, so it's not. they're
Don't
working on it.
tease me.
But what about
tell Zenith to make
PTR?
not Zenith, but tell Zenith to make a HK93. That's
Zenith's
what we really
clones,
want.
Like I gotta give them, the MP5 clones are very good.
Yeah.
I hope they do make the 10 millimeter. But what about PTR? Do you guys know anything about that?
Yeah, PTR has always been in that realm, and same thing with like Dakota Tactical. They're all in that realm. To me, bar none, best bang for your buck when it comes to an MP5 variant, it's going to be Zenith. I mean, they are American made. Outside of HK, if you're not paying for
absolutely.
HK name,
Zenith.
Tactical is amazing.
Dakota is, but you're paying a lot for Dakota Tactical. You're paying a lot.
Real SD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
Thank you, Ryan. We appreciate that one. But we're talking about, and here I am talking for the common man, which is never really happening.
This is
I always
reverse.
get
This is reverse stuff
Yeah.
that's going on. This is
Speaking
nuts.
of SD, dude, I think Zenith should make. What do you think the market is on that one? If they make the SD, MP5 SD,
It would be smart.
You would have to make the suppressor as well.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's all one.
Or at least partnership with someone to make the suppressor.
I feel like Zenith is so like they've
So many
figured it out.
companies in Virginia. I mean, they could do it.
Yeah, they've just figured out. They finally, we would all say, like, finally, Zenith figured out how to make a really good MP5 clone. I feel like it is now time for them to do the SD, the 10
Yes.
millimeter. all
Push
that.
the limits, man. Push the limits.
Yeah.
And a true SD version or HK93. I mean, that's cool too. I mean,
Yeah, that too.
oh, sorry. Zenith
Well, I
93.
Z93.
Sorry, Kukla.
Sounds like a radio name.
Yeah,
Zenith 93.7.
Well, I mean, this year Zenith released the ZF56 lineup.
and the ZF300. Yep.
556 and 300 blackout, which is rollers delayed 300. And I know when we got them, they were about the prototype level almost. They weren't finalized. I don't know what they are, where they're at right now. But the idea was pretty freaking cool. You know, we've talked to Zenith about improving certain parts
Yep.
of that. And I don't know if they did it because we haven't seen those guys ever since then. But
Well, damn, that sounds harsh.
no, we've been just busy.
Yeah,
we've
we've
just
been
been
busy.
running around. We haven't
Yeah.
seen them. I mean, we'll be seeing them. I think they're going to be at the range day. We'll
Yep.
see. You know what's going to happen? Yeah, you're right. We've shot the 300 blackout 556 ZF6 here on this channel. You know what? They have. I was told that they have updated the gun a lot. They'll be at the range day. Let's see what it is. I have no clue. Let's see if it's going to be the same as what we had
Last
a
year?
few months ago here.
Yeah.
We'll find out, but I'm really curious about a 10 millimeter MP5. That's what I want.
I'm all for it.
That's
That is a
ultimate.
vibe.
Backpack bear gun.
Oh, it's not even that. Or
Yeah.
give us straight mags for the MP5. For a regular
Like
one.
a Colt.
No.
do you-
They
what do
make
you
they
mean?
make straight mags for 9mm, and it's very rare. It's very rare.
I didn't know that.
They're old.
They're not they don't work as well as the curved max, and that's why they changed.
Correct.
But it just looks cool.
It's a vibe.
I can. Let me.
You know me. I'm a
Form over
clone.
function
I know. I'm a cloner.
Don't we have an MP5 over there with some straight mag? We can just kind of imitate. Like
Jam
we
it
have-
up
Speaking
there,
about
hope it
clone,
works.
it's on the wall. We finished one recently, so that's awesome.
what, the SD?
No,
What clone?
it's on the main wall over there on the wall.
Well, what are we?
I'm looking at it.
Well,
Oh, no, that's
okay, tell
SD.
me about the clone though. What clone is this?
It is. Well, we've got another one coming.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
No, I do. I got to talk about
Hey,
it. I'm not going to talk
Ryan,
about it until we unveil it.
That's the problem I have all the time.
So, for those of you who don't know, he tried to stick a Glock mag inside of the
Yep.
We don't have a
MP5 and it
Colt
would
stick
not
mags?
fit.
No, we don't have a Colt.
So this is what your what is this thing like old school stick mags MP5?
Yeah,
You know
but
what? It actually does look cool.
exactly,
Yeah,
bro.
it's definitely.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. If you insert it in there, it would be at an angle. See the.
No,
so
but
you
we're just trying to imitate like a
So there's a
Oh,
straight
it was-
mag.
it-
yeah,
was
yeah.
like this, right?
Yes, there you go.
Normally it was for 10 mil. It was for the 10 mil MP5 variant, but they do make a limited run of
This is cool.
straight mag 9 mil.
I don't know. Not a vibe for me. But
And that's fine. It's not for everyone. Also, people don't like that certain handguard that was like the little U underneath where it was skinny as hell on the front of MP5K. A lot of people didn't like that, but that's a vibe. So
MP5K. Man, I've got one. Wow, I got the ZF5.
but then again, like I don't really like how all the Glock mags look in 9mm carbines. I prefer like the Scorpion mag curved look. So
Oh yeah, those are cool.
I feel like what is that 45 caliber gun, the PC that we have? I forgot. UMP 45, right?
Yep.
You know that little straight.
oh, that's a great mag.
Yeah,
That's a
but
great mag.
that's straight look.
Yes.
I feel like it looks pretty sexy.
It's like a dog leg.
Yeah.
It kind of dog legs out. I am very into the UMP. The ump
yeah.
is a vibe. And you know, Grand Power, Strybog in 45. That's
Bro.
what they use.
When it comes to PCCs, Grand Power, Strybog lineup, dude, I love them. They are freaking good. If Eric is watching this, shout out to him. I haven't spoken to him a while, but he's an awesome guy. He's one of those reps that you see your friends and you kind of mess around. And this is what we're talking about. This is the UMP 45. And look at this thing.
I mean,
this straight mag, man, right here.
Same angle.
Looks pretty freaking cool, and boom.
Yeah, if we went straight down, I don't think it would be quite as cool. But coming out of that angle,
It's a dog leg. It's like kicking up, you know.
Yeah.
Kickstand.
Yeah, kick. There you go.
Yeah, so.
Not the version that we're all thinking about too.
God, I love. So this is, a SHOT Show. That's why it's so exciting because you legit, like you don't know, because a lot of times we don't know what's
get
out
in your
there.
own head.
That's very true.
You just go there, like
Possibilities.
the guy's like, hey, we've got this brand new gun. Because I used to be like, oh my God, like a little squirrel. Now I'm like, hey, new as in like, tell me new color. You just put it like now I ask them questions, right? No. They're like, oh, this is brand new. Like this, we didn't have anything like this. I'm like, okay, tell me about it. So.
No, we gave a new base plate so that we could have one more bullet in your mag.
Okay, it's, clone stuff like the Elval, that we recently just finished after a long 4 years.
Oh my God, this is fucking heavy.
Yeah, heavy, but you shoot the hell out of it. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, this has been a long time coming, and obviously, Sig has done new things since then. With their new Rattler LTSD line
That's right.
coming out, especially
Aimpoint?
No,
Canebrake.
Canebrake SD.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot going on. I mean, this to me is peak performance, but I mean, we all know that there's new stuff out there, but
It's pretty let's just say different.
it is very different. And this is what the MCX was when it first came out.
Well,
so
Speaking of 6 Hour, I
Yeah.
think it's a great way to segue into 6 Hour and Sig's next event back in June. We went there as a team. Fantastic company, awesome people. Shout out to Morgan, obviously Phil Statler, Megan over there, Chris. Good, great people. And they're absolutely I've gone to a lot of firearms factories, a lot of big ones. They all do a great job. But
Q,
6 Hour,
for example.
Q, of course, yeah. Q is they're like one of those niche companies, right? Great minds over there. But 6 Hour, in my personal opinion, is so far, and I haven't gone to every single factory in the world, but I've gone to a few big ones. 6 Hour has been the best, by far. They are just very well organized, very clean technology, just great group of people.
I have to imagine it's like a huge factory, right?
Yeah, and they're expanding fast. Like back in June, we went there just a month ago. We were just there doing a factory tour. In those 6 months, they have just added another huge, probably bigger than our warehouse here, another manufacturing facility. In 6 months, right? They're growing very fast, and there's a reason for that. They're just securing a lot of contracts. They're doing really good. They're innovating, right? Speaking of innovation, they came up with the 50 ounce of steel competition gun.
Yeah.
The SXG, which I have right here. Max Michel, the competition shooter, they helped design with the Romeo 2 right here. I mean, look at this thing.
It's beautiful.
Guys, this is just butter. Awesome.
I want one.
Moving on to, they had the 365 AXG. This is P365. It's freaking great for carry with the optic over here, enclosed optic.
And the comp.
And the comp, you're right. Yeah, I didn't mention that. And obviously, we were talking about Flux earlier. We didn't show this, but we got this. And look at this. Okay. You just press this thing and just deploy it. Good to go. And we got the Romeo 2 on top as well. This is, God. Sig, and obviously, shout out to Flux again. These guys are doing some really good things. What do you guys think?
yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
the Flux for me, right? That's probably one of the most awesome things, and this is a conversation, right? Industry partners coming together and seeing the vitality of why I'd rather have collaboration over competition, because this is a phenomenal platform.
Yeah.
It bridges the gap between pistol and PDW.
And it's so much better than those chassis systems. They're
Oh,
just
yeah.
Well, in all actuality, it is a chassis
It
system,
is,
but
but
it
it's
is
like an
one
integrated-
of the best.
the traditional
Yes,
chassis system where
yes.
you put an actual handgun
Physical
in.
gun,
Yeah,
right.
This
to me, it bridges that gap, and I see a huge role that this can be used to be fulfilled, and it's awesome. I see the patrol cop who's riding a motorcycle and doing that,
Yeah.
or whatever
Executive
needs a
protection.
executive protection stuff. I mean, there's so many options that, or categories that you could throw this to for what it is. And again, the guys at Flux really hit this one out of the park, linking up with Sig and then, creating this whole ordeal. So.
I actually want to give a shout out to the 365 Flux because Josh just got one of those. Oh man, so this one's meant to be like straight up PDW, right? Yeah. That one is it's a holster for it.
They literally carry.
You can carry.
And the newer versions, so the button that you deploy it with, it used to be that's all it was. You just you click that and it deploys. Some people modified the original versions that way it would automatically deploy whenever you pull it out of your holster.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So they came up with a newer version that the button actually will switch into a mode to where it automatically deploys. But
I'm thinking about that. I'm just thinking about what if I have some clothing, but I'm just thinking like if I have some clothing trying to clear, it could get jammed to it. I don't know.
That's why I like the button that you push.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like
it's an additional option, right? He said you just put it as a setting, so you can decide whether you have that mode or not.
I like that it gives you that option.
Now, sometimes you got to be careful of complexity because it can create additional failure points. But it is nice when you have options. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
One of the things I think of when I look at it is kind of the use of something in a way that's kind of different than it was originally intended for, right? So, like when they created the kind of the modularity of like the Sig P365 or P320 kind of line. I don't think that they had this kind of thing in mind. They were certainly, but it sort of reminds me like older of how people started using AR parts in ways that you wouldn't have originally thought. It was instead of being part of an AR-15 lower became a fire control group, a way to just kind of hold a trigger and be attached to something else. Like, there's a crossbow upper. You're not using it as a firearm at that point. But you see AR parts that kind of got sprinkled into all these other designs. They're like, hey, if you wanted controls that were really similar to something you might already be available, this takes an AR-15 pistol grip and trigger and blah, blah, blah. And so it's going to feel very familiar. And this kind of, again, makes me think of the same thing where somebody took something and said, hey, we could use that in a different way. And it'll be something that's at the same time familiar to you if you've already been using this, but also different.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's, down to modularity really being at the core of how they kind of design these guns, right?
Right.
And I want to see, so one thing I hope to see, SHOT Show, more additions to that modularity, just some new ideas and things that we didn't think about before. Like this, I would have never thought that,
I will say this, it makes a horrible pistol.
Yeah, and that's why I said initially that's straight PDW. With the 365 is a pistol and a PDW kind of thing.
Yeah, this is hey, listen, I love innovation. Anybody who does that, even if I don't like it, I just love when people out there they're just thinking of something different.
Yeah, pushing the envelope.
Yes, so that's why I don't need to like it, but I'll respect it. I'll appreciate that. So I see sometimes some stuff I'm like, oh man, I wouldn't use that, but I love that somebody just came up with something new.
Yeah, like certain companies are kind of renowned for that, right? So like say Kel-Tec, for example, some of their stuff, you're like, hey, it's really interesting that you chose to take this in a very different way. Whether that's going to be like the most successful method, whether that's going to see the market push behind it is a different question. But it's really cool that somebody decided to be brave and do something different.
Yeah, and like Neil McLean, right? Great friend of mine. He has the dynamic sling system. He actually saw that something similar from another company. He's like, you know what? That doesn't work as well. So it had some limitations. He had some inspiration from that, and he kind of designed his from ground up, and he made it better. So like speaking of Kel-Tec, they come up with something, and you're like, okay, it may not be the most successful one, but we appreciate that you guys try something. Some other person sees that, they like the idea, and add something new to it, and just come up with something that is more successful. We see this thing happen all the time in this industry. People just, like Dana Levans, Hudson H9.
See? And y'all were looking at me like it was blasphemous like I said that. That's crazy.
Like I would think of like, say, Kel-Tec had the sub 2000 and has had the sub 2000 for a long time.
Yeah.
And then it's not been that long that Ruger came out with their own folding carbine.
Right.
Ooh.
But Kel-Tec pushed the envelope when they made the ISR version.
But dude,
built-in suppressed.
Yeah.
Here's the deal though. When people do these things, I'm telling you, the first iteration or one company may not look all that good, but somebody else sees like, oh wait, I like that, but they didn't think of this other huge part, which if I add this to it, it would be awesome. These things happen all the time in this industry.
Yeah.
So
speaking of carbines, there's a rumor going around, of course, when I typed it into Google anyway, Glock carbine.
Oh.
What do we think
Glock
about
carbine? Yeah. I don't know.
Kaya, you're gonna have to do some digging on that one.
Jesus. What kind of digging are you talking about?
You're gonna have to do some digging.
No diggity.
No
Yeah,
pause?
no pause on that one. You're gonna have to do some digging. You might have to take one for the team.
that? That's gold digging.
Take one. I will.
He will sign up willingly.
Very much.
I volunteer
But,
as tribute.
Okay, gotta be respectful. All right, so, stop it. Okay. Jeez. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to look at the definition of an asshole in the dictionary,
It is not me.
right here.
It's
There's
that guy.
there's a picture of these two bickering.
I'm just asking for the inside scoop, my boy.
Jeez. Yeah, we'll have to check it out. Check out if there's any carbine in there. Jesus, man. Oh, my God. All right, so if
Got that
Carbine,
30
we'll have
Glock
to-
mag in there.
we'll have to, stupid. We're going to have to cut all of
So
it.
I'm on the Glock 46. Next thing you know, Kaya spends his summers in Austria horse farming and stuff like that. It's random. It's very strange.
He comes back with a dozen watches. He's like, every day I got a new watch.
Horse farm.
I got the Glock 17L. So,
Is that what you're working with? I thought it was the 43.
I mean, you're talking for yourself right there. So, anyways, speaking
I
of that,
stumped you. You guys see that?
Glock carbine. I don't know. I would love to see it. That rumor came around like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was for a
Yeah.
contract.
For
It
a
was for a
contract,
contract.
which they didn't make
UK
it.
contract, and it almost got picked, but the Knights actually got picked up. So
Which is crazy. The Glock, they don't have the experience of making carbines, and they almost get picked
Yeah.
against Knights Armament. Like
Yeah.
that just says the next iteration or next generation, whatever they work on next, may be very successful.
yeah, so the top three, it was Geisley, Glock, and Knights Armament.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. So
Oh, and Sig. Sig was in there as well.
I mean, if they already have the R&D for it, why not put that to use and actually, make some money off of it?
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll know, Kaya. You're gonna have to let us know about that one.
I'll let you guys know. I'll let everybody know if Glock is working on a carbine. We're moving on.
Moving on.
Yes. So, what other products? I'm just thinking. What other companies out there? Oh, Walther. Do you think they're gonna have something new?
I don't know, man. They've got some pretty cool stuff already. I just hope they really double down in their steel frame line.
And you
Yes.
know what I was gonna say? I hope if Walther's watching this,
Yeah.
guys, you have an incredible pistol
Yes.
lineup. You
Amazing trigger.
work on mitigating that recoil. And I'm not saying it's crazy. We're not just saying it. We shoot every single 9mm that's out there, and I notice your pistols recoil a tad more
Violently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
than other guns. So just whatever you guys do, work on balancing that a little bit more. Superb.
And it's not on the first shot break. It's the comeback.
Yeah, it's got that
It's
weird.
It's got the weird feeling,
Yeah.
and it's strange. And for folks, we understand that you might be sponsored by Walther, or you might shoot Walther's the best. The PDP is the greatest thing, but we shoot a lot of guns to get lead tested. Okay,
I know.
So we kind of have some skin in the game with this.
Yeah, I know.
just saying.
Yeah, Hannah from Guard Dog actually shoots Walther.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of that, do we have anything? Let's talk about Guard Dog.
Yeah.
They were working on a bump helmet.
Oh, the
I
new
don't know.
one, right?
The new one, brand new one, 2024.
I've still got to get some of those plates, those light ones that
Yeah,
John
they're
has.
working
them.
on. Guard Dog's always
Yeah.
working on new plates.
There you go.
Plate carriers, they had the Cairo.
Yeah, the Cairo.
We did
Cairo.
videos
There
on
you
that
go.
one.
That's featured on Sea of Contest.
I wish somebody
Sea of Clips.
But good plug.
But and Sea of Contest. It was.
Yeah.
I was right.
Yeah. And
I
let's
think-
talk about Springfield.
I was gonna say, just kind of like, I think the thing I'm most excited for is the thing that I have not heard of yet.
Ooh.
Like the thing I'm probably most excited for is to get there and find the surprise, the thing that just blows you
Yes.
away.
Yes.
And I feel confident that that's going to happen, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There's going to be something there that when you get to that booth, you're going to see something that was innovative, that hasn't been leaked all over the internet, that you didn't have any expectation of seeing when you got there, and
And that's the most beautiful part.
and that's just going to be like the thing that kind of makes your day.
Right.
You know what? I agree with you. Do you think Springfield is going to release more chassis, different chassis systems for the Echelon lineup, the 4.0 and the regular size one?
Probably not.
Because
Highly
I
unlikely,
think-
but
because they
we
haven't,
want.
right?
We want.
I haven't seen
Or
them.
I don't know, a different color in the what we already have.
Words.
You know?
So I guess we'll see
Yeah.
what happens with that. But I'd love to see something different there.
Let's dream real quick.
Okay. My eyes are closed.
I have
what,
a dream.
What would be the coolest thing that you could see at SHOT Show that would just blow your mind?
Ooh. Well,
Go-
that's tough. That's tough. There is some stuff from when we did our Sig Factory tour that I wish would show up at SHOT Show, but it won't.
Yeah. Well, but we know about that. We're not dreaming hard.
But
I'm talking like
I wanted to be out so I can get it.
I don't know. I'm just thinking.
an 8.6 pistol, like an actual handgun.
You're nuts.
Exactly. That's the point. We're dreaming here.
If all the big ammunition manufacturers, Winchester Ammo and all the big ammunition manufacturers decided they were going to produce American-made 5.45 by 39.
Whoa! yes. Non-steel case.
Okay.
That would be a lot to ask for.
What would you want?
Okay.
Honest to God, for EOTech to finally drop the OGL for consumers to buy instead of either having government credentials or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That would be awesome. It's only been literally 3 years, so I mean,
Okay.
I'm thinking.
what do I know? I've got the restricted one here, so
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
What do you think?
I'm thinking like a flux like chassis system, but for other guns, just like every other gun that's out there, right? Like make one for Canik, make one for Walther, make
Yeah,
one
but
for
the gun needs to be modular,
yeah.
or else you
Find a way
can't.
to make it work.
Here we go.
So okay.
Make a gun like the bottom portion of the
To
gun.
his point, it depends on what you mean by a flux-like chassis system, right? Because
All right, we got the flux right there.
right. So the whole point is that this takes the serialized fire control group.
That's right. From
Yep.
Sig
and,
specifically.
and the slide.
Yep.
Now, that's not to say you couldn't make something that was like this that used a Glock trigger, but then this would be the serialized part because the frame
Yes.
is the serialized part.
Yes.
But,
But
then
then-
you could still use a Glock slide.
And you just put on the slide.
Oh,
Yeah.
or if
Yeah.
they did it with the Echelon,
Yeah.
but that probably wouldn't work.
No, Echelon would work 100%, right? Because it's just fully modular. But with the Glock, because it's not modular, it would just be.
You'd have
just
to have the
that.
bottom of the gun,
Yes.
like the legitimate
They-
serialized portion.
yeah.
or they could use the Ruger
Yeah, true, that too.
or the
But
Zev.
how
Flux on a budget.
compatible? Zev wouldn't work because Zev has got this Picatinny attached to the whole chassis system. Picatinny rail, it's like this.
Oh yeah, it is
Yeah.
built in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canik TTI Combat Flux.
CZ
Yeah.
Brand 3.
Ooh.
Oh.
Bren 3 CZ,
From the-
dude.
from the
Christoph.
background.
We're
And
gonna see Christoph.
I will say right now that is probably one of the only guns that's rivaling the modularity of the MCX right now. That's for real, and I'm being so
And it's
serious.
getting a lot of use.
It's getting a lot of use in near peer conflicts right now.
Yeah.
I hate to admit this. I've never actually shot one.
A CZ Bren?
Nope. Never actually shot one.
You mean like the
Well,
Bren that we have in
the-
here?
the one that's right over there? Yeah, I never shot it.
Are you
it's-
serious?
It's a
Yeah.
good gun. It's a very nice gun.
That trigger is amazing, bro.
I know. I played with it many times. but
I've
never
tried to
actually
outrun it.
shot
I can't. I got I shouldn't say this, but it fired extremely fast one time, and Ryan and I had to pause for a
That's a
second
good
because
one.
I thought something happened.
Wasn't
but
Happy Fingers or?
it was Happy Fingers times 3.
Yes.
Burst.
That thing is really nice.
Oh,
It-
yeah.
it is. Like I would love to have one.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, I did research on it. Like I know what it is, but I just never got a chance to shoot it.
It's what the scar should have been.
Well,
It
you know,
is.
Yeah.
100%.
as an employee here, you have that opportunity.
I don't
Don't know if you were unaware.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely try it out. Next time we go to the range, just bring it with.
Are we going tomorrow?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, bring it with.
May have to bring it with.
Yeah, 100%. What about Barrett? Do you guys think Barrett's going to work on something, a new 50 cal version?
Yeah. That's. What
I know
was
it's a
gonna
proven, but it's old school now. But maybe something new because we got the
say. Well,
MRAD.
or just like a different company doing the 50 cal thing. Wasn't there some German company or it's like out not Iwa that you guys saw?
Oh yeah.
no at the GOA event we
At
saw
GOA?
No, at Ewa there
Yeah.
was a 50 cal.
Vertex.
Yeah, you like raved about them.
Yeah.
Ventrix or something like that. This starts with V.
What was
Bro, they are.
Is that available in the states?
Valcatraz.
No,
I don't know.
believe so. But they were gonna work on it. But those things they cost so much, and you better believe they're worth it because
More
you
than
could
a Barrett?
Oh, I think so.
Really?
There was a Suppressor.
Wow.
Suppressor was about this big. Pause. Pause. I said it.
Actual size?
Tricks.
Victrix. Right?
Armaments.
Yeah. Victrix are incredible. Like they are. You could just tell Those, I mean, when it comes to quality,
Back to
they
the
were far
suppressor.
better.
You were talking?
I want to see one.
You wouldn't be familiar with it. It's about that big.
You're right, because I'm just saying.
I'm definitely not. That's like as tall as me.
That is true.
You know what would
But
be kind of
anyways,
cool though is somebody coming out with a new rotary style gun. You know, like
What
you
is
don't
it?
see a lot of rotary style firearms.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be cool to see someone come out with something new.
Joey,
You know,
that's the one. Yeah, it's a Gun Owners of America event that we did. There was another one. This is the Thompson 50 BMG.
Ooh.
And they actually wanted to work with us. I got to get in touch with those guys. That's another one, but it has a break that's bigger than you.
another one.
This is a huge break. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see
So
it.
there's that. When it comes to pistols,
Ooh, Canik TTI Combat steel frame.
I don't think they'll do it because they had the opportunity to do it,
Yeah.
but because Nils, I guess, wanted to do.
And last
Poly-
year,
yeah.
we sat with Nils and we were like, could we just take this steel frame and put it on? And Nils turned around. He was like,
No.
click, 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 click. He was like, this is what it would be. I was like, oh, I would,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, did it?
It doesn't
did
fit.
work?
It doesn't-
It
it
fit.
doesn't-
Yeah.
it
It fit.
It fits, but it doesn't rack.
It racked and fit.
So you're saying it works?
Okay, so
Because
then
we
that
can
must have
try.
been. Well, I've done this
It was
before.
after the show, so we didn't shoot it.
Yeah, we didn't shoot it, but it function checked. And Nils did it right there in front
Is the
of us.
size the same?
The size is the same.
Can we test this?
Yeah,
Because
we'll
I feel like I've tried this before and it didn't work.
I don't know what gun it was that we took two of them apart and we put it together.
As far as I know, because they try to keep that gun under 1,000, 999, right?
yes.
Right.
With Terrence cut and everything else.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta make it plump. I'm thinking polymer was solely for cost purposes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So,
But if I'm dreaming, I would like it.
It would be
if
cool.
this works, what he says, you can
Yeah,
make it.
Nils
happen here.
Nils
Yeah.
did it on the floor. We were right there on the floor.
You just got to buy two
Yeah.
mechanics.
Ryan's working on it
He
now.
already owns more than that, so
Yeah. Well,
Shout out to Ryan for
we'll
all the
find
background
out.
guns being handed to us.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see what's up. But yeah, so there is that. What do you think about FM? Do you think FM is going to come up with
I
something
don't
new?
know. I really
Yeah.
don't know.
They had that new scope system. I know that we saw, but that's it.
Yeah, FN always comes out with some bangers. We love their 510 and their 509. They're pretty cool. Will they get into the realm of like a smaller, thinner concealed carry? I think that's where they're going. I
feel
do.
like everybody's going through that right now.
And the Scar, finally, the Scar 15P in
Oh, I have.
300
We've seen that.
blackout,
Yep, we've
or
seen
the
that.
PDW one, like this, like the
Yeah.
Scar SC, which
Because we got the 5.56 here.
we got the 5.56 one, but that
Yeah.
one that's done up like with the PDW stock
Yeah.
and everything. Oh, that one looks nasty.
Do you know what I'm excited about the most? Those
No.
companies that are small.
Yeah.
Small
Yes.
companies like the Basement, the ones that you're talking about, and they come
Like
up
Toast
with something.
Targets.
Like Toast Targets or Platypus that you're talking about. Something small.
There you go.
And they're just
Oh
working
no,
on-
It doesn't rack though.
Let's see.
It's too long.
recoil spring is too long. Oh, because of the comp.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I think he took
Not
it.
the recoil spur, it's too short for the frame.
Oh, okay. Nils did it on the floor. We were standing right
And
there.
maybe he just did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to obviously disassemble
Yeah.
it, but yeah. It doesn't work. I'm sorry about that. So you're gonna have to go
Back to the dream world.
invest into Canik
yeah.
to make your own line.
There you go.
That's what you're gonna have
you
to
just got to go back to sleep, keep
do.
dreaming.
Exactly.
Yep.
But yeah, so those small companies, I want to see what they have because you always find like Basement. I always call it the hidden gem. There's always those couple of hidden gems in there. We'll find out. That's why SHOT Show is so exciting. Like
Yeah.
you go to a booth, and you're like always like, "Hey man, what you got new?"
Dude, I'm so excited to go. Again, my first time. I am beyond excited. We'll
Good
see.
Yeah. You know what? I'm excited to go see Panzer. Their new stuff going on.
They,
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I don't know what they have new. We'll see.
I got some new stuff, man.
Yeah. We'll go to the range day and see what they have.
That dude is awesome. Shout out. I forgot his name off the top of my head, but he's just such a happy dude, and I just love his attitude. He's just so cool. Like seriously, one of the most he's genuinely just happy, and I love his vibe. So
That's awesome. Well, let us know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Again, which companies should we check out? Which booths? Which products? Let us know. We'll find them. We'll go check them out for you guys. I know there's going to be a ton. So anyways, at the end, are you guys ready for this, man?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You guys
Absolutely.
got enough caffeine?
Echinacea, elderberry, and Dayquil on tap, baby. I'm good to go.
Liquid IV?
Liquid
everybody?
IV. I got caffeinated liquid IV.
Oh God, we don't need you on
I
caffeine, bro.
I got a
This-
whole suitcase of "Don't be a bitch."
Is that what you're bringing me
he
in?
needs
Is that,
extra dose of that. So, anyways, guys, Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate your business.
God bless.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Later.
Let's go to SHOT Show, guys.